It's the high school basketball game of the week from Lawndale High School. Good evening, everybody. From Cardinal Gymnasium, along with Rufus Washington, I'm Lou Stowers and the terrific CityTV 31 crew. And what a rivalry game this is going to be. A lot of anticipation between the Lawndale Cardinals and the Leuzinger Olympians, Rufus.
Doesn't get much bigger than this, Lou, as we talk to Coach Brownlee. This game will start with a lot of emotion. This is a crosstown rivalry. Lawndale's on the rise. Leuzinger trying to find their legs this season. And the Cardinals want to prove that they are now the team of the area. So we'll see what happens.
All right, and to do that, Sebastian Spencer, the Lawndale Cardinals, or the Leuzinger Olympians, have lost a lot of people. They have really one returning starter.
Definitely that one guy, Devon Abner, coming back from last year, but Leuzinger hoping to keep this streak alive that they have. Lawndale never losing to them, and Coach Parvaz said this has been his toughest year, but he's going to try to keep this streak alive for the people at Lawndale.
And Devontae Carr also being part of that as well, but didn't get a whole lot of playing time, Devontae Carr did. But what does it mean to Leuzinger? They went so far, and now they've really dropped like a rock and have virtually a whole new team.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about who they lost for a minute. Travion Anderson, Justin Delgado, and a host of others.
And that kid named Childress.
That kid named Eric Childress, who's at UC Santa Barbara, a Gaucho. You know, it's hard for any program to lose 4 bona fide stars and just reload. They haven't had a chance to do that. They've got a new squad, but they've got a great coach, and Coach Ali Parvaz, he knows what he's doing, and he's going to get the most out of his team.
Parvaz in his 4th year and going into the state championships and losing in the 2nd round, but the Lawndale Cardinals have a 2-pronged attack with 2 6'9" players.
Exactly, Lou, and they're going to have to rely on those guys, as we've called them, the Twin Towers, Broderick Jones and Chimezi Metu, both big men, huge for the Lawndale Cardinals. They come into this game 7-7, and Coach Brownlee said the #1 goal is to leave here above 500 tonight.
And one of the problems that they may have is at point guard, Gideon DeLeu.
Exactly, point guard is a big problem for this team, but Coach Brownlee said this is a deep team. We have talent. We're going to rotate people in and out. We have good chemistry. We'll see how it works out here tonight against Leuzinger.
Now, Rufus, there's been a lot of chatter on Twitter and on Facebook and my book, your face, whatever you got out there, Insta, whatever, the graham crackers, and it's just, it's all a Twitter.
Well, you know what? All that means nothing. The game is won and lost right here on the floor behind us. This is where the action takes place, and this was going to be exciting. And speaking of Leuzinger, let's not lose sight of the fact that even though they come in 5-9, their last 5 losses have only been by an average of 5 points, and they've won their last 2. So they're starting to turn the corner.
Let's talk about this new rivalry a little bit, Rashawn Haylock. This is only the 2nd game, but I tell you, the Cardinals really want to make a statement tonight.
They absolutely do. Ever since Coach Brownlee came here and took over this program, he's really embraced the history, albeit brief, of this program. They've never beaten Leuzinger, never. And you go to Summer League, Fall League, and of course during the regular season here in the winter, never have they enjoyed a win over their cross-city rivals. Hopefully, this is the night for them, and Coach Brownlee's hoping this could be a history-making night for his program.
All right, thank you very much, Rashawn. And Rufus, one last thought from you. One thing that I have just thought of is that Leuzinger is an underdog. They're not used to that.
Well, one reason they're underdog is because Lawndale has this big kid that wears jersey #4 named Chimezi Metu, who now is a 4-star player being recruited by everybody. The last time we were here, there were scouts all over the place. One thing you should look for tonight, fans, is to see #4 Chimezi Metu for the Cardinals put on a show.
And Broderick Jones, the Twin Towers, we're looking forward to seeing them. You don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the opening tip-off. The Cardinals hosting the Leuzinger Olympians coming up next. Just before the starting lineups, Rufus, this is a packed house here. People coming from all schools, Lawndale, Leuzinger, and Hawthorne are here.
Hey, I even saw a couple of people from Redondo.
Really? Oh, that's
Really?
right, yeah. A guy named Pearl, and who is that other guy?
some guy named Morris, you know.
Did you see their new bling?
I saw it, man. Hey, what can I say?
I tell you, once you move a different zip code, you can afford to go to Jared's.
Right.
So the Leuzinger Olympians will be announced first at 5-9. Last year they were 23-9, 7-3, second in the Bay League. And what a game that was against the Redondo Union Seahawks as they announced Devon Abner, starting guard, 5'8", 130-pound junior, averaging 17.5 points a game. Number 22, Tyrone Edwards, the other guard, a 6'2 senior, averaging 3 points a game. Number 23, Isaac Stell, a transfer from San Pedro. And number 33 in the middle, another returner, Devontae Carr, and he's a 6'5 junior, averaging about 5 points a ball game. Now, then they're coached by Ali Pervaz in his fourth year, 66 and 32. He is assisted by Robbie Rhodes, Charlie Schreier, and Terry Autry. Now, for the Lawndale Cardinals, it's 7-7. Last year, they ran the table in the Pioneer League and finished with a 20-9 record. Quincy Pinkert, the 6-foot junior, wearing number 2. The other guard is number 3, Devontae Patterson. Now number 21, Rolando Beckles, a 6'3 senior. Number 1, Broderick Jones, a 6'9", 210-pound junior. And the star of the show for the Cardinals, number 4, Shemezi Metu, a 6'9", 180-pound junior. As Shemezi shakes hands with Ali Pervaz. The head coach of the Cardinals is Chris Brownlee in his third year, 29 and 11, and is assisted by Johnny Parker. Last year, like I said, they ran the table, Rufus, 20-9, and ended up losing in the quarterfinals to JW North. And boy, that really stuck a thorn into the side of Coach Brownlee, didn't it?
Oh, it absolutely did. But what they did, they just went out and got better. They were fortunate enough to have a couple of players join the program, and Me Too has just improved so much year over year that it's unbelievable, and we'll get a chance to see that tonight.
A referee about ready to put the ball in play is Heath Jones. Herb Thompson, our other official, as Metu gets the tip over to Pinkert. Pinkert down low to Metu, turnaround jump shot, a little long. Rebound is off, and it's taken by Abner. Going to have to get used to these new players on the Olympians.
Yeah, there's a whole new squad. We talked about the guys who are gone, and that was an all-star team that graduated.
It sure was. Abner wearing the purple sneaks. One thing hasn't changed, different colors on the kid's feet. Steal by Metu. And he lays it up. The shot would have counted, but it didn't go down. So Metu will get 2 at the line.
Stale gives the foul. Good decision on his part, and at least what he did that as a coach you like to see. If you're going to foul a guy, don't give him the and-one. And Stale got just enough disruption there that caused Chemezi to miss the shot.
Coach Ali Pervaz said that the way to get past these Cardinals or to stay close to them is going to be to challenge them at every point.
Well, Hawthorne started out with that strategy a couple of weeks ago as well, and it worked for about 10 minutes. Leuzinger is hoping that the same fate doesn't befall them.
Shot goes off the mark, a little bit hard off the glass. Rebound is taken by Jones, and back come the Cardinals with just about a minute gone in the first quarter. Glad you joined us on City TV. Nice move by Patterson to go down the lane and lays it up and in with the left hand.
And went straight at the heart, right into the teeth of the defense on that one. Moved straight down the middle of the lane.
Ball was taken by Leuzinger. Abner has it. Coach Pervaz says the offense runs through them. Shot from the elbow won't go down. The rebound is off to Jones again. Patterson with it. Now to Metu. Nice shot. Well, there's something that I've seen from Matu, and that's a nice little jumper. He's got soft hands over the past year.
Well, he certainly has added so many elements to his game. And boy, we got an early timeout being taken by Coach Pavaz, a 30-second, barely 2 minutes, not quite 2 minutes actually into the contest, and only down 5-0. But he doesn't like how he sees his team responding to this Lawndale team.
There's 6:11 left to go in the ball game. Leading scorer is Shemezi Matu with 3 points. But looks like Broderick Jones is a rebounding machine.
That's a nice elbow jumper.
And he put it up nice and high, too.
And that's from 15 out. When you've got range from 15 to 18 feet as a big man, 6'9", that makes you even more valuable.
So Leuzinger, fresh out of the timeout. Let's see if they can convert. Is Stell. Takes the shot a little bit long. Rebound is taken by Beckles, but it was knocked out of bounds. He and Edwards were going for it, and it will go to Leuzinger. Rolando Beckles has a new baby brother in the house.
And with the lineup out here that the Cardinals have now, they're basically featuring a 3-guard lineup, although Beckles can play a little small forward. Basically, he's actually a pretty good point guard. So you got a 3-guard lineup with 2 big men.
Leuzinger, nice passing. Shot will go down. They're just missing their shots right now, Rufus.
You're right, they're getting some looks.
Beckles with the rebound. Patterson chases it down. Beckles for 3.
And Mitu with an assist.
So now it's 8-0. And let's see if Stell can answer. He can't. Rebound is taken by Anderson. That won't go down. Layup again. That's 2 layups in a row that didn't go down for the Olympians. Beckles goes up hard along the baseline, and he'll get 2 at the line. Is that Carr?
Looks like he gave it on number 33.
It's Devontae Carr, his first personal. Second team foul as Carr challenged him. And Rolando gets 2 looks. 4 points now for Rolando. Rocking the pink socks. A little short on that one. Rebound is off of Jones. And the officials say it's off of Jones. Out of bounds to Leuzinger. So Leuzinger's got to get something to go in the basket.
Something where
it's just that simple.
It's as simple as that. If you don't get anything to go, that's why you got a goose egg on the board. You're down 9-0 with 4:45 left in the first.
Abner and a block by Beckles. So it'll be out of bounds. That's Rolando's first and the Cardinals' first.
This officiating crew, Lou, I got to tell you, is one of the best. Heath Jones, a baseball official at the college and high school level, par excellence, not to mention being a great basketball official, and Herb Thompson, having spent a couple of years here in the South Bay, becoming one of the best varsity officials in the South Bay as well.
A 9-0 run is broken by Devontae Carr, and it's 9-2. Well, we're very familiar with Heath Jones' work. Good to see him and her. And you too. Thanks for joining us. Beckles for another 3. It's just off the mark. He gets his own rebound. Jones has the ball stripped away by Carr to go out of bounds. And who gets the ball? It'll be Cardinals' ball. Stell comes out, and into the ball game is number 5, Marquise Brown. Patterson, he'll try for 3. That won't go down. The rebound is taken by Carr.
Ball is stolen away. Broderick Jones, it won't count. Gonna go to the line to get 2, and we'll see how he looks at the line, Rufus.
Jones wanted to dunk that one, but just a little bit too far away. I mean, he was at the free throw line when he thought about it, and he's not quite Dr. J yet.
He's got to let that hair grow a little bit out first. Foul was on number 5, Marquise Jones, his first personal, 3rd team foul. Nice touch by the big 6'10", 6'9". First point for Broderick's. In and out. Rebound is off to Abner. 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. Shot goes off the mark. Rebound is up, and that goes in.
That one put up and in by Ernest Anderson.
So Ernest gets his first 2, and it's 10-4. Stolen on the inbound pass.
And that one put in by Davon Abner.
His first bucket of the game.
So all of a sudden, after leading by a margin of 10-2, Leuzinger now finds itself within 10-6, and a turnover with a chance to draw even closer.
That would have made it a 1-point lead for the Cardinals, but that 3-point try was off the mark, a little flat, and Chris Brownlee calls timeout with 3:15 left to go in the first quarter.
3:15, Roy, and Lawndale right now on a bit of a cold streak, losing on a bit of a hot streak here. It's been a game of streaks in the first quarter after leading 10-2. Lawndale right now on a nice little 4-0 run of their own, and as you said, almost had a chance to stretch into a 7-0 run, which would have brought them back within 1. So it looks like, as I talked about earlier, Leuzinger playing with a greater amount of emotion. Of course, they're on the road. I mean, when you come in here into the cage, that's no easy feat unto itself.
That's right, and the last basket, the last field goal made was a 3-pointer by Rolando Beckles for the Cardinals. There you see Broderick Jones. Transfer from View Park High School, along with Tedrick Johnson. Tedrick with the ball. He's in the ball game now. Passes it to his buddy Broderick's. Jones dribbling against the baseline. Nice step back, but it didn't find the mark. Abner with the rebound.
Not a real good shot when you're falling away from the sideline and you're about 18 feet away from the basket.
Abner with a 3, short. Rebound is off to Patterson. 2:45 left in the first. And a 4-point Cardinal lead. Matu from the baseline. Short. Beckles tried to get it, but it was picked up by Anderson. Abner stutter steps across, going coast to coast, and he's fouled by Shemezi. So first personal against Shemezi Matu. And the second personal. Or check that, second team foul.
Yep.
There you see it there. Nice drive by Devontae. Or Davon. Devon is 74% free throw shooter and shows you why. With 3 points now. Into the ball game now for the Cardinals is Chris White.
And of course, the Cardinals have already exceeded as Abner is going to look to draw within a pair. And he does as he makes 2. But what I was going to mention was that in the Cardinals' last game against Cantwell Sacred Heart out of Montebello, they only had 8 points in the first quarter while giving up 25 in a game they just never recovered from. But that triple put up and in by Chris White.
That's right, Chris just comes off the bench and bang. Stretches it back out to a 5-point lead for Lawndale. White makes another 6-foot-plus player out there, and a long shot put up and in by Isaac Stell, and that's his first 2-pointer of the game. Whistle.
Had a 3-second violation against the Cardinals, although they had also turned the ball over, so you had the choice of either one.
Nice defensive play by Stell. Abner with 1:30 left in the first quarter, as Leuzinger's made it into a ball game. 3-point shot put up, a little bit long, but two high up for the rebound.
Goes way up. Just be a little more cautious with the elbows. That can be a violation. Contact makes it a foul.
Blocked away by Devontae Carr. Tedrick Johnson. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Lawndale ball. So Tedrick at 6 feet. Boom. Gets volleyballed out of there. Johnson tries to feed Jones down low, but good defense by the Olympians down low. A lot of hands in the air.
A lot of hands in the air, but Johnson wasn't ready for it. In fact, with the penetration by the guard, he actually thought the guard was going to go ahead and go to the basket.
Ball is stolen on the inbound by White. 2-on-1. Abner against Matu, and he lays it up and in. 6 points for Devon.
And a 13-12 ball game with less than a minute.
And Jones was too far underneath the basket to slam it, missed the layup. Long three by Abner, just missed by that much, and White with the rebound. And back come the Cardinals with 30 seconds left in the first quarter and a 1-point lead. Well,
I think if you're the Leuzinger Olympians, boy, you got to really be happy with it. Here's yet another turnover by the Cardinals.
Stell with the little bunny. Now that's the lead. A 1-point lead for Leuzinger. At the 10-second mark, here comes Jones. He didn't get it in the charge.
Wave the basket off. They're waving it off and calling a charging foul
That was
on Chris White.
Tedrick Johnson, number 12, Rufus. And a 3-point shot goes off the mark, but Leuzinger comes back for a 1-point lead after trailing 9-0.
9-0.
And let's go to Egidio.
Thank you, guys. What an exciting first quarter. Lawndale started this quarter 9-0 over Leuzinger. Now Leuzinger has come back. They lead by 14-13 after 1 quarter of basketball. This Lawndale Cardinals team puts up a lot of points. They're putting up 802 points so far in the season, but they're also giving up 790 points. Defense has to improve for the Lawndale Cardinals to lead here with a win. Lou, back to you.
Thanks, Egidio. As we're looking at Devon Abner with the last shot of the quarter. And Leuzinger with 14 points, about 3.5 points over their average in the first quarter.
Right, not to mention the fact that basically they outscored them 14-4 down the stretch. That's the point of the quarter. If you're Lawndale, boy, you cannot be happy with the way that quarter played itself out.
I think maybe they played back on their heels.
I think
they got that 9-0, 10-1, 10-2 run.
They got comfortable. Leuzinger got settled into what they were doing, started forcing turnovers, and made a ball game of it.
Matu gets it down low. In the ball game is Brandon Newman. Also in the ball game is number 0, and he's not on my roster.
We'll get him for you. I know we had him the last time. But right now, another missed shot by the Cardinals here to start the second quarter.
And Broderick, actually Ernest Anderson with the rebound. Stell trying to drive the baseline, gets it back out to Carr. So Leuzinger right now seems to have more energy, Rufus. A little bit more pep in their step.
He's got
two
more
with
energy.
another rebound.
Absolutely. And what we haven't seen the Cardinals be able to do effectively is to get the ball down low, which they just attempted to do. I was just about to say that, to get the ball down low to Chimizi.
Foul on the play on Leuzinger.
I mean, if you look at the size differential of me two and the guys out there, all he's got to do is post up, you would think, and on the block, and it should be money.
White with the three-point try, won't go down. Matu with the rebound up.
Wow.
No, player control foul.
And if that and that's on Chimizi, that's going to be his second. So at the 6:45 mark, we'll make a note of that. Foul number 2 on Chimizi Mitu.
Terry Autry applauding that. Inbound pass taken by Stell. Stell being bothered, pestered by Newman, but it's whacked away by Johnson. And a steal by Lawndale. Down by 1. 6:34 left to go in the half. Johnson now down low to DeAndre Snedeker. And it won't go down now for Lawndale.
Won't go down for Lawndale, and also Lawndale is now playing down to Leuzinger's size as they have neither of the big men on the floor.
Ball's tipped out of bounds by a Cardinal wing. So it'll come out of bounds with 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Coming into the ball game, so Tyrone Edwards back in. Stell with it.
Remember, Leuzinger comes into the night's contest at 5-9 overall. Boy, not quite the start to the season they had hoped for, but boy, what a big emotional lift, a victory here tonight as they force yet another turnover.
Ball was rebounded nicely by Snedeker, but a bad outlet pass. Abner can't get the bunny to fall, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Lawndale ball. If it hadn't have been for those misses, Rufus, it would be a bigger Olympian lead.
Absolutely. To the surprise of all.
Here comes Snedeker. Nice move with the left hand reverse layup. Lead goes back to Lawndale. Outlet pass, a little bit too long. And it'll come all the way back. Driving the baseline and fouled is Tedrick Johnson. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Looks like the indication is that the foul's on Ernest Anderson, as best I can make out from the official. I view a little bit blocked, okay.
So Johnson with no points now has 1. So a 2-point lead. Coming into the ball game for the first time is Jamari Hicks. Hicks, the 6-footer for the Olympians. And 2 free throws in the bank for Johnson and the Cardinals, and a 3-point lead.
And Johnson does what any good point guard should be able to do, and that's shoot free throws. For all you young Olympians and young Cardinals out there, if you want to play the guard position, you got to be able to make your free throws.
Newman. Now it's over, and the shot goes badly off of the side of the backboard by White. And back comes Abner and the Olympians with 5 minutes left in the half. Edwards with it. Now over to Hicks. Count it. And one. And that'll be Isaac Stell. Now with 6 points, looking for three, a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
It's a good thing he made it on the bus.
So that's the 5th team foul. Was that foul on Snedeker?
I believe that's what I believe, Lou. We'd have to see it again.
So that would be his first. Was way off the mark. And Jones with another rebound. Unofficially 3. Aaron Gray in the ball game now for the Cardinals. Beckles back in, a long 3. Wow. Bang. So 7 points for Orlando and a timeout on the floor with 4:26 left in the half.
And that's Leuzinger's second timeout here in the first half. You're allotted 5 for the game, and they've used 2 already. All right, hey, let's go down. Let's see what Rayshawn Haylock's got going. After he turns his mic on.
And guys, obviously you take a look at Leuzinger, the first thing that sticks out to you is the record, 9 losses. Remember, they only had 9 losses all of last season. And since Coach Parvaz has been at the helm, the most he's ever lost in this season is 10. Still, he's not deterred, even though he says it's the most challenging season he's had as the coach on the court. He says he remains positive. He says he remains eager and excited to take this challenge head on and to come to practice every single day. He said the guys are focused. They're ready to work hard for him, and it's showing here early, guys.
Well, right now, Rashawn, thank you very much. They're trying to snap a 7-0 run coming out of the second quarter. Jones blocks it, but Abner gets it back. Swings it over to Hicks. 3-point shot taken off the mark by Stell. And the putback by Edwards. That's his first bucket of the game, and that snaps that 7-0 run.
And that was set up by the offensive rebound. Boy, and on the floor now, the senior Aaron Gray. See him flash over to the right side. He's open up 3-point line. He thought about it. Now he decides to. 2-pointer draws air. Let's see if he puts Beckles again for 3. That's 3 threes tonight for Beckles.
Yeah, that's just a regular night for Rolando. 23-18. Layup is missed. Beckles with the rebound. Having a terrific game tonight so far. Long 2-point shot rims out by Snedeker. Beckles with a nice save. Jones, no.
That's shot to Jones. That's a part of Jones' game, Lou, that he has to work on. That shot's got to be money in the bank. I mean, you're basically looking at a 2-foot bank shot. I mean, didn't even draw iron on that. But he's a young guy. He's also a junior coming into his game.
Going to give that foul to Tyrone Edwards. That's the 16th foul. Coming back in is Devontae Carr. Also back in is Ernest Anderson for the Olympians. Missed them both. So an opportunity to stretch the lead by Jones is wasted with 3 minutes left to go in the half.
And it looks like Coach Brownlee has made the decision to let Chamizi with the 2 fouls sit for the balance of the half.
And Jones is taking charge of the boards with another rebound.
Once again, Gray handling the ball out top, went in the backcourt, but it was touched by an Olympian. Gray's looking for his shot, doesn't see it.
Lost the ball.
That's where you have to make up for it on defense.
Still.
Oh, that's a travel.
Carr wasn't looking for that ball. He thought Stell was going to wheel around and lay it up. Try for the layup. Coming back in the ball game is Devontae Patterson for the Cardinals. Yep. Carr did the little hopscotch without the lagger. So 2:20 left to go in the half. A long two, in and out, taken by Tedrick Johnson.
Yeah, that was taken by Johnson, and that was a catch and shoot. Not sure he ever got settled into the shot. But now he's playing good ball hawking defense on Davon Abner. Wow.
Nice shot.
Abner says, okay, well, ball hawk this.
A 3-point ball game and another player control foul. This is by Rolando Beckles. And he's restrained by Devontae Patterson. So for Beckles, I believe that's his second. And the 16th foul.
And now with 1:47, Chemezi with the 2 fouls comes back on the floor, Lou. A little surprised by that call there. I mean, at this point, boy, you know, here's what you got to watch for. If you're a student of the game, you got to hope he doesn't pick up his third if you're a Cardinal fan here with only 1:47 left.
So Beckles getting a talking to as he got a little emotional after that player control foul. Anderson with it. Gets it to Abner. Top of the key for 3 for the tie.
Wow.
11 points for Devon Abner. And that ties the game up. So the Cardinals have gotten a little flat.
So the big man calling for it out top, gets it down low, loses the handle on it, and now they race the other way.
But losing the ball was Brown. It goes out of bounds to the Cardinals, so they dodge a bullet there.
A big one. Leuzinger not taking advantage of the gifts that are given to him.
So coming down to a minute left to go in the half. Down to Jones trying to find Matu. And it goes out of bounds off of Matu.
Matu getting just a little bit frustrated as well. That's a couple of missed opportunities the last 2 times down.
It looks like Leuzinger might be double teaming Chemezi.
And again, right now, the goal for Chemezi is to try to get out of this quarter and this half without picking up that 3rd foul.
High up, and Chemezi with the rebound.
40 seconds left in a tie half, and there's another unforced error that time as Johnson, Tedrick Johnson, number 12, tries to pass it over to Devontae Patterson, and it sails into the cheerleading squad over here.
Timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout by Lawndale, and a good defensive play, Rufus, by Isaac Stell to force that pass, that high pass.
It was indeed, and again, you know, I'm sure we'll get a record of the turnovers by at the half, but this has been a turnover-filled half for both teams, but particularly for the home team. All right, let's go over to Egidio.
Thank you, guys. Well, Coach Brownlee said they need to play a fast-paced game for the Cardinals to leave here above 500, go 8-7 on the young season. But so far, it looks like Leuzinger is matching their speed and they're playing very aggressive here. A tied ball game, 23-23. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Egidio. So Ali Pervaz, what would he tell his kids? Time of the ball game, just
well, he's
keep
going
going.
to tell them, you know what, guys? He's going to do the same thing. He's going to look at turnovers and say, guys, we should be winning this game. He's no longer happy to just be tied because he clearly sees that, boy, we should actually be winning. And, in fact, they have the ball and an opportunity to go in at the half, although they just turned it over.
And it was Broderick Jones stealing the ball away from Marquise Brown with 15 seconds left and it's stolen back. Here comes Stell. Stell to Abner. Abner misses the layup, no foul, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow faces Olympians with 7.1 left in the half.
I like that mechanic by Heath Jones. I'm going to have to borrow that You know, in some of my games, the guy fell, as you see here. He says, no, that wasn't enough contact for you to fall down on. And he gives him the sign. Look at that. I like that.
Up.
I like that. Get up. I'm going to have to use that one.
4 seconds left. 3-point shot won't go down. And Abner with the heave hole. No too much heave in that hole.
Here's what you got, Lou, as they go into the locker room at the half. You got a Lawndale team that can't be happy with this score. And you got a Leuzinger team that is feeling pretty good about where they are. They're not super happy because they know they could have more, but all things being equal, I think they'll take this. Hey, let's go over to Sebastian Spencer.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with Coach Parvaz. How do you guys think you played in that first half?
We got off to a rough start. I think they kind of came out with energy. We played a little bit scared on those first few possessions. I like the way we played physical, though. We played physical. We didn't give those big guys anything. You know, Orlando did a great job for them hitting those three-pointers. You know, I think we did a good job taking the bigs away. Now we got to make sure we extend out on their guards a little bit. But I loved our energy. I love how physical we play. But, you know, we turned the ball over too many times unforced, and that's something we got to talk about at halftime.
What would you like to see Devon Abner do in the second half?
I'd like to see him come off the on-ball screens a little bit stronger. We're getting him those on-ball screens. He's not really coming off to attack. He's just kind of coming off to create space. So we're going to talk to him about coming off those screens and trying to get in the heart of the defense, either finishing or kicking out to one of his teammates.
Good luck in the second
Thank
half,
you.
Coach. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. So a tie ball game, that is something that surprised most of us. But, you know, I just had that feeling, Rufus, that Lawndale might have been reading the social media and the press clippings a little bit too much, that this was going to be their time. And Leuzinger has brought the lunch pail and the blue collar.
Leuzinger did, and as I said, you know, I think Leuzinger is a lot more happy with this score than what Lawndale is. Coach Brownlee, I can tell you, is not at all pleased with the way his team has performed here, because but for 3 triples by Rolando Beckles, boy, this thing could look real different.
We'll be back with the scoring updates and the third quarter of play right after this.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
All right, Rufus, just before tip-off of the third quarter, let's go over the scoring, shall we?
We shall.
For the Leuzinger Olympians, Devon Abner has 11 points. It's the Devon show for Leuzinger. 2 points for Ernest Anderson, 2 points for Tyrone Edwards, and Isaac Stell with 6 points, and 2 points for Devontae Carr. Nobody really in foul trouble. Carr with 2 fouls. For the Cardinals, Broderick Jones just has a point, but he has 4 rebounds unofficially. Devontae Patterson with 2 points. Shemezi Matu with just 3 points. And 2 points for Tedrick Johnson. 12 points for Rolando Beckles, including 3 3-pointers. And 2 points for DeAndre Snedeker, and a 3-pointer made by Chris White in the first half for 23. And Shemezi Matu, as we pointed out, has 2 fouls, as he will be starting the third quarter.
And his 3 points, Lou, came early in the contest in like the first 2 or 3 minutes. So over the course of the last 9 clock minutes, he actually was shut out.
So Chris Brownlee, what do you think he told his Cardinals?
I can't say it here.
A little bit more activity as Jones steals the inbound pass and is stolen back by Abner.
And we start with another turnover, and I'm going to keep track of turnovers here in the second half. Didn't do it in the first, but man, that was a turnover right out the box for the Olympians.
And that ball. It was a blocked shot, an ugly shot, but don't know if we can even count that as a shot. But the long three-pointer by Quincy Pinkert goes out of bounds. Quincy still without a point. Stell, good-looking player for these Olympians.
Very good being trapped now.
That shot is off the mark by Edwards. The rebound's blocked out of bounds on the put back by Pinkert.
Nice defensive play by Pinkert. Close to a foul call. Didn't get it, fortunately. And they do a little housekeeping because there's some moisture, some sweat on the floor.
Well, they actually have a towel here. Maybe, you know, with all the sales going on after Christmas sales, maybe we should get a couple of towels and donate them to the Lawndale basketball. That shot is by Carr is partially blocked by Jones. And Matu, is he running the point?
Well, he brings it into the front court, that's for sure, but wisely gives it up. And let's see where he sets up at. He's setting up high, Lou. Above the free throw line. Nice pass inside.
And a travel called on Pinkert, so another turnover by the Cardinals, and good defense by Devontae Carr. Just the start of things in the third quarter.
You got Devontae Carr, Devontae Patterson, Devon Abner. You got a lot of Devons in this game.
Nice putback. That was Devontae Devine there. 4 points for Carr. And a 2-point lead. This has been a defensive battle here in the third quarter. All a minute and a half of it. Ball is wheeled around. Matu gets it back up top to Beckles, their biggest weapon. Strikes again. 15 points for Rolando and a 1-point lead for the Cardinals. What a weapon that is. Nice passing by Leuzinger and a better finish by Carr, who now has a half dozen. And the seesaw goes back towards the Olympians. Jones whips it under to Matu. Nice move to get position and put it up and in.
And Chamizi gets his first basket in a long time, Lou.
That's right, only 5 points. And that is a charge.
Abner with the charge.
On an elbow to boot. So that was on Devon Abner. That's his first personal, first team foul. With 5:30 left to go in the third quarter. Patterson with it now to Beckles. Back to Devontae down low. Matu banging his way down low. Counter. Wow. And one.
Wow.
For Shemezi Matu, Rufus.
And the big man shows a flash of emotion as I think he's just about tired of the way, you know, thus far he's been unable to get untracked in this game.
And that might be the play that changes the fortunes of the Cardinals with 5:19.
Let's see if we can get another look at that one, because you're right, Lou. That's one of those.
Now, Heath Jones is talking to the official scorers. And he tells Ali Pravaz to go back to the bench. And now Ali, there we see it.
Yeah.
That foul, I believe, was on Tyrone Edwards. That would be his second. And second personal. So don't know what they're looking at. They're looking at the official scorebook, which is the Lawndale scorebook. So I have no idea what they're talking about. Maybe one of our 3 crack reporters can go find out.
I'm sure one of them will be steady on the case.
It must be some sort of a player something about, I would imagine, a player substitution. He's talking to Ali Pervaz, and now Heath is explaining things to Coach Brownlee.
Okay, well,
there's the replay. Okay, so let's take that foul away from Tyrone Edwards and give it to Devontae Carr with 3 fouls.
okay. And of course they can't, let's establish a couple of things.
Maybe it has something to do with that.
Right, because you can't look at the camera, I mean, as an official. Not at this level at this time. You can in the state playoffs under certain conditions. So now you have a question. So if he's talking to the table, that's about something administrative. That's the number of fouls on somebody or something like that, and that's what they're trying to, I would guess that's what they're trying to clarify now.
So now substitution is made. So out of the ball game is Edwards. Maybe Edwards did get the foul, but also Carr's not in there. As Ernest Anderson takes the place of Edwards. Matu misses the free throw. He's 1 out of 2, or check that, 1 out of 3. Abner with it. Well, Carr is still in the ball game. So maybe the foul did go on Edwards. Nice putback by Stell. That's his first points of the half. He has 8, Rufus.
He's a good-looking point guard. When I talked to Coach Revaz doing Coach's clipboard, he told me about Stell and what a good guard he was, and boy, he's shown that tonight.
Good defense by Ernest Anderson forced that turnover, Rufus. Another turnover by Lawndale. So ball knocked out of, it's a foul. Was that foul on Quincy Pinkard? Or check that, was that on Devontae Patterson? That would be his first. Abner with it. Abner still has it. Coming down to 10 on the shot clock. Ball is outside. Taken by Brown and stolen again. Rebound by Beckles. That wouldn't go down. So 2 tries, no good. Underneath, Carr with it, and he'll go to the line.
They have both big men there, and let's see which one they're going to give it to. You would think they're going to give it to Jones, Broderick Jones, and he does. And Coach Brownlee breathes a sigh of relief, as that could have been number 3 on Chimizi Metu, but instead, by my count, it's number 1 on Broderick Jones.
So Devontae Carr steps in. His first foul shot is up and in. He has 7 points. He's now 15 out of 28, 52%. Believe it or not, that's good for second place.
Right.
So it's a tie ball game at 30, Rufus. 4:05 left to go in the third quarter. And foul shooting, free throw shooting, is one of the big Achilles heels of this Olympian team. Beckles for 3, a little short. Rebound is off, taken by Matu with the help of an elbow.
Wow. And yet another turnover as Chimizi dribbles it off of his foot. Chimizi's shoulders are slumped. Boy, you can tell he's really frustrated tonight, Lou. That's not the look of a guy who right now, with the requisite intensity in a tight contest like this one is, that wants to take over and dominate.
You could see it in his eyes too, Rufus. Carr sweeping around, won't go down. Matu with the rebound. It's a half a dozen by my count. Newman with it. Newman dribbles it, almost out of bounds. Is in trouble, not getting any help. Finally just gets it up to Jones. White for 3.
Wow. Didn't draw iron, no foot movement. by any of the Cardinals on offense to get to the open spot and call for the ball.
Brown credited with the rebound. 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Nice spin move, but the pass goes out of bounds. It goes through Carr's hands.
And Anderson doesn't like the turnover. Be curious to know if he's at all related to Travion. Bears some resemblance to him, but I don't know for sure whether or not he's related at all.
And they said, my bad, to Devontae Carr. Still inbound the ball with no pressure. Brandon Newman.
Younger brother of last year's star for the Cardinals, Will Newman. That'll be a block with 2 shots. That one was easy to call. That foul will go against number 33, Devontae Carr.
Okay, now that should be number 3.
That may even be number 4. Rashawn did, but Rashawn did do the work.
Okay.
And what I found out was actually that last one was identified, if I remember correctly what Rashawn told me, as number 4. There was some dispute. They got it straightened out, clarified it wasn't his 4th. Instead, it was his 3rd. But now, if that foul goes against him, that is number 4.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, there's been some confusion about the fouls all night. The lighting in here isn't the best. There are some bulbs that need to be replaced here. And the foul shot, free throw put up and in by Tedrick Johnson. Johnson has 3 points, all via the free throw line. And it's a 1-point lead for Lawndale.
In a low-scoring affair. Last time we saw them, and they put 80-some points on the board. Tonight, at the rate they're going, they'll be lucky to get to maybe 50.
Well, to be honest with you, Rufus, this is a lackluster performance by a very highly touted Cardinal team. 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. Stell has his pass stolen by Newman. Newman puts it up and in. So Brandon Newman with his first bucket, Rufus.
Yep. That'll make Mom proud and Big Brother proud as well. And they force a turnover. Johnson doesn't even draw in again, boy. Got to get a lot of shot practice coming up.
Edwards shoots it over Matu.
Edwards wisely pulled up for the jumper over Chamizi.
2-point lead with 2:15 left to go in the quarter. White wanted to take that 3, but gets it to Matu. It has his shot attempt blocked by Brown.
15 left on the shot clock, though. Plenty of time again. That's another missed shot, another air ball.
Well, White was saying that Stell fouled him on the shot attempt. And the Olympian Spirit Squad likes it.
Yeah, that was a travel.
A travel, a carryover, whatever you want to call it. A turnover by Lawndale with 1:55 left in the third.
Beckles getting ready to come back in along with DeAndre Snedeker as Broderick Jones will go out and Chamizi stays in for the 1:55 left here in the third.
Down low to Matu, puts
And
it
that's
up
what
and
he's
in
gotta
and
do.
one.
Okay, I mean he's yelling, with exclamation, but the point is, if he sets up, I said this in the first quarter, Lou, if he sets up down low, he's got a huge height advantage. I can't understand how I wouldn't be able to score.
Eric Campos in the ball game for the first time for Leuzinger. And Matu makes his second free throw of the night for 10 points.
7 points here in the third quarter alone, and that stretches the lead out to 37-32. Leuzinger now knowing that they need a basket to stay competitive in this game.
Campos. Now it's down low to Edwards. baseline goes Johnson, or Brown, I should say.
Get
And
down low, big man, and call for it. That's all he's got to do. He's got all the advantage in the world.
three-point shot rolls in by Newman. Biggest lead in a long time for the Cardinals. Timeout on the floor with 1:12 left in the third quarter by Ali Pravaz. It's a full timeout. And Chris Brownlee.
So a nice little run there by the Cardinals. They outscore them 10-2 in a matter of just under 3 minutes. Because I made a note of it at the 4-minute mark, it was 30-30, and now at the 1:12 mark, it's Lawndale leading by a score of 40-32.
So it's a little late in warming up in the third quarter, but
better late than never, though.
That's right. So Matu woke up, like I said, with 7 here in the quarter. Another 4 threes by Rolando Beckles.
Now, Matu just did a very amateurish thing. Once again, this is something that they saw on TV. I think it was at a Laker game or something, if I recall correctly, a couple of weeks ago, where a teammate from the opposing team went and stood in the huddle of the opposition. You know, I mean, that's it. And it's very amateurish, all right?
And
the official picked up on it, though, right away and gave him a stern warning.
So number 2 is Ernest Anderson, the senior. Pass is blocked by Newman, stolen by Beckles. And with just under a minute left to go in the third quarter, Beckles will rise for 3. Missed it, rebound, taken by Snedeker. Puts it up. No.
Right.
A dozen for Shemezi. And that cracks some eggs down below. Campos trying to return it, but with an air ball. Nice rebound taken by Brown. Edwards can't get it to go down, and Matu has taken over this ball game, Rufus.
And with the shot clock off, Lawndale should play for the final shot here in the third quarter as they lead by 10 with 15 seconds left in the quarter.
Delano Beckles is in the game for the first time.
Matu way out beyond the three-point line.
Newman misses it. Matu, no. And that'll end the quarter. A 10-point lead for the Olympians after a tie game starting off the quarter.
They went on a 12-2 run at the 4-minute mark, and you're right, they end with a 10-point lead at 42-32 for the Cardinals.
Now let's go to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with former Cardinal Chris Munoz. How does it feel to come back to the Cardinals and see these guys winning?
Feels good because, I mean, I played here a couple years ago. It feels good to come back and support, you know, watching them play, watching them grow, and they look good. So it feels good.
What do you think about the big guy, Chemezi?
He's good, man. He's grown a lot, especially since I've been here. He's grown a lot, so he's gotten a lot better.
So are you still playing basketball these days? I know the people out there want to know, what are you doing since you've been scoring, since the days you used to score all the buckets for Lawndale with Roland Pearsall?
Come on, man. I was just playing the game. But every now and then I play, but right now I'm just going to school and working. So that's it. Every now and then I'm playing.
Good, man. It's good to see you. Thank you. Back to you guys.
All right, Heath Jones explaining to us. Want to thank you very much, Rufus. What did Heath tell you?
He said they had 33 with 4 fouls and 23 with 0. They got it clarified at that time, and that's what it was about, which is what I said. Anytime you see the official talking to the scorekeeper, it's an administrative issue.
Okay.
And most likely it's about fouls.
Cardinals have the ball starting off the fourth quarter, up by 10. And Matu has the ball knocked away, and it stays in the Cardinals' hands. So Does Devontae now have 3 or 4 fouls now?
I couldn't tell you that. But I'm going to guess
I believe
4.
it's okay.
That's my guess. That was when, and that, in fact, that would be 4.
A long 3 from the corner, no good. Shemezi trying to go up for the putback, but he's fouled, so he'll get a chance for 2 at the line. And that would go against Devon Abner, his second personal.
I'm going to correct you and tell you, I think they called that one on Edwards instead, from what I saw the official indicate.
Okay. Then that
so a big third quarter for Tunisia Mitu as he scored 7. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 in the quarter. Makes 1 out of 2 there, and they come away with the loose ball, though. And yet another turnover.
So 11 points for Matu. Leuzinger with an uphill battle coming into the fourth quarter. And that's another aspect of Leuzinger's game that Parvaz was talking about, as Abner puts that in. He now has 13 points in his first points of the second half, Rufus.
Nice basket put in by Beckles. You got both Beckles on the floor now. That was number 21, Orlando Beckles, who scored that one. His brother, number 24, Delano Beckles. So you got Orlando and Delano on the floor right now together.
And that's 17 for Rolando. Gives it to Delano. 6:39 left to go in the ball game.
And they are not twins, as I understand it, Lou, although they bear a striking resemblance.
Rolando's a senior. Delano's a junior. Here comes Abner. Nice layup and in. 15 for Devon. Rolando with it. Gets it back from Newman. Delano with the long 3. That won't go down. Rebound is off to Stell. He'll take the long 2. In and out. That went way down the basket.
Wow. And that would have made a different ball game at 45-36. 9-point game right now with 5:45 left.
Down low to Matu.
Good ball movement this time. Beckles takes the 3. Can't get it to go, but underneath on the floor is going to be a foul called against Leuzinger.
Looks like Marcus Brown, number 5. Is he even there? I don't even see Marcus Brown out there.
No. Couldn't quite figure out who it was on myself, Lou, because he was instructed for a moment there.
At any rate, it's the 5th team foul. Beckles slashes in the wing. Oh, Matu with a big miss. Everybody was waiting to come out of their seats on that miss, if he would have made it. Newman. Back to Rolando. Running jump shot won't go down. Tipped by Matu. No. Rebound is off. Taken by Carr.
It looks as though they're trying to get him one. And at some point, you just got to play your game.
They're going to call it. This a 2-shot foul. Is
right.
Delano Beckles landed on top.
Good officiating teamwork there. The trail official, Herb Johnson, actually passed on the call, it would appear. Heath Jones seeing it down low, sees enough contact clearly to make a foul call, and he does. And he sends number 22, Tyron Edwards, to the line.
First personal on Delano. 3rd team foul. Tyrone Edwards misses his first. He's now 4 out of 7 on the year. Olympians trying to get back in this one, and they need to take advantage of every gift given to them by the Cardinals. So 1 out of 2 for Tyrone. Rolando Beckles gets it to Jones, back in the ball game for the Cardinals, giving Shemezi a little rest.
No, Shemezi's
Is
on
he
the
out
floor.
there? Okay, it was
fact,
being
both
blocked
big
by
men are, yeah,
being blocked
you know.
by big old Herb Thompson.
Exactly. Which has happened to us a couple of times tonight.
Newman misses it, and the rebound goes off to Abner. And he goes coast to coast, can't get the finish, and Matu with the rebound.
Grabs it over 2 Olympians. Both Devontae Carr and Davon Abner were there.
Delano sends it back to Rolando. Now it goes to Newman. Beckles looks like a travel. Thought that was a travel a little bit ago. That was Delano. Or actually, no, that was, yeah. I can't tell them apart either.
Well, they have different numbers.
And different
Orlando
socks.
is 21. Delano is number 24.
Delano's got gray socks.
But I tell you, they've got the same hairdo, and even though, as you say, they're a year apart, boy, they've got a striking resemblance, and it looks like that was Davon Abner that puts up another basket, and all of a sudden it's a 6-point ball game. And right now, Lawndale calls for a timeout. They led a few moments ago by 9 at 45-36, and they've been stuck on that 45 for a little while, and Leuzinger making a small run, trying to get back into it.
And let's go to Rashawn.
If you're with us at the top of the broadcast, you may recall us discussing how this may be a history-making night for this Lawndale High School program. They've never beaten Leuzinger ever on the basketball court, be it in Summer League, be it in Spring League, be it in Fall League, or here during the regular season. Coach Brownlee took the old adage of Bill Russell, the great Boston Celtics, saying, this isn't even a rivalry yet because we haven't beaten. Remember, Russell said that the Lakers weren't necessarily a rivalry because of how they used to beat down the purple and gold back in his day. Maybe, just maybe, after tonight, we may be able to consider this Lawndale-Leuzinger game a rivalry in Coach Brownlee's eyes after this one is over. Fellas.
Rashawn, can the Cardinals peck a hole in one of the rings of the Olympians? We'll find out.
Exactly, and they've got 3 minutes, 14 seconds, and they're holding on to a somewhat tenuous 6-point lead.
It's a 5-0 run put on by the Olympians right now. And Cardinals are wheeling the ball around, chewing some time off of the clock with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Beckles gets it to Newman.
10 on the shot clock. You got to get into your offense pretty soon. That's a nice looking shot put up by Chemezi. Wow, got a hell ball, and it's going to favor the Olympians.
Nice block shot by the Olympian defender. And Chemezi hanging on to it. That's something that last year we didn't see. So
Right.
he has been in the weight room.
He's been in the weight room. Well, you can see it in his physique.
Beyond the natural progression of a young man growing. Pass is stolen by Matu.
Give it up. There you go.
They're in no hurry, that's for sure. No need to be in a hurry. As the pass underneath is blocked away. Good defense in the lane by the Olympians.
Another turnover.
They've had their hands up all the time, the whole game. And Stell with another point. He has 10. And now it's getting to be a little bit nervous here in the Cardinal nest.
Because right now they're just holding on. Wow.
And here's another opportunity. Stell with it. Stell puts it up. Rebound by Carr. No. Taken out of the air by Matu, and he locks it in a la Lou Alcindor in his UCLA days before he was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Timeout or a whistle. We got a foul.
Boy, it's
Or is
interesting
it-
to see what we got.
Nope. Was it a double dribble? There's Brandon Newman. Don't know what happened.
What we do know, though, is the fact that it's now Leuzinger's basketball with 1:43 left, and they're trailing rather, by a score of 45-41.
Ali Pervaz calls a play from the sideline, counting down to 1:30. Abner with the miss, White with the rebound, and back come the Cardinals, just under 1:30. Johnson with it. Now Beckles.
And you know, Lou, one of the things we talk about, and it's not a matter of who starts the game. A lot of kids are fixated on starting. It's who finishes the game. That's who the coach has the real confidence in. As you look at the 5 that are out on the floor for each team.
Still with it. Here comes a three-point try. In just a little bit too long, taken by Anderson. Newman being pressured at the half-court line.
And that's Tedrick Johnson. You got Beckles, Johnson, Newman, Chris White, and Chamizi Meacham.
Here comes Abner.
Wow.
19 for Devon, and a timeout taken by Chris Brownlee, I do believe, and it's a 2-point game.
Yep, that's what they show as a 2-point game at 45-43. I looked up
It's an
for
11-0.
a second. Yes, sir.
An 11-0 run.
Wow.
So this is not what we expected.
Not at all. After the third quarter was Lawndale's quarter, Leuzinger has come back here, as you say, on an 11-0 run to dominate the fourth quarter.
But you know what? It is Leuzinger.
It is Leuzinger. Seeing that Gideon has a quick hit.
Thank you guys for the Leuzinger Olympians, who's averaging 9.4 steals per game. That last steal brought the Leuzinger Olympians within 2 points of the ball game with just seconds left. Lou, back to you.
Thank you very much, Egidio. 36.5 seconds left, a second and a half more than the shot clock. So do you have a number on the turnovers, Ruth?
Not a good number, but here's what I know. It's been a lot of them.
Okay, Chris White has it. He's being pressured.
Wow.
And
whoa.
this isn't football, fellas.
Yeah. And that should have been close to a technical by number 22.
It's Tyrone Edwards. Getting a talking to by Keith Jones.
Well, yeah.
So, is that a punch or an open hand?
I put it like this. You know, a good piece of officiating by Jones to allow the play just to go as a common foul.
And now it's foul time. Speaking of that, Rufus, Stell with his second personal, 17th foul. So now it's bonus time for the Cardinals.
And he's going to be
Orlando
1-1.
Trying to break this 11-0 run.
And Beckles comes up with a huge free throw.
So it looks like the Cardinal faithful are getting ready to rush the court here in 27 seconds.
And he can make it a two-possession ball game if he makes the second one, which he does.
19 points for Rolando. And a timeout taken by the Cardinals. So 47 to 43, and now the Lawndale Cardinals are taking a page out of Leuzinger's book by doing the Who's House cheer.
Well, I noticed they waited until they had a 4-point lead with 27 seconds to go before they started.
I might even wait a little longer. Because it is Leuzinger.
Right.
I don't care who you got in those uniforms, they still have a lot of pride.
And let's talk about who Coach Brownlee is putting on the floor right now. He's got Tedrick Johnson. He's got number 2, Quincy Pinker, along with Chemezi Metu, Chris White, and Orlando Beckles. And the real key to me, Lou, in terms of the guys that are on the floor, is Tedrick Johnson, whom we saw work his way into this type of position where Coach has the kind of confidence to have him in at the end of the game.
The ball is in. Stell trying to get it across the line and does. Gets it to Abner for 3. Just short. Rebound is off to Beckles. Waiting to get fouled, and he is. And that foul is on Ernest Anderson. Second personal, 8th team foul with 13.7 left.
And that's basketball IQ by Orlando Beckles. Now watch what he does here. He's got the ball. He knows they got a foul, and that's why he didn't attempt to advance the ball or pass with a free throw. I'll just hold it. They have no choice but to come to me and foul me.
Trying to get an even 20. And does. 48-43. Chris Brownlee on the sidelines, hands in his pocket, with a very nervous look on his face, like he's in another land.
But he's in good hands, at least tonight, with the ball being in Orlando Beckles' hands.
Abner puts it over Metu, and a timeout immediately called by Ali Pervaz.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a matter of a little bit too little, too late, Lou, for the losing Olympians. But they come in here and they put up a game fight. You got a 7-point ball game. Even if they force a turnover and a triple, it's the time that's their enemy right now, just as much as the scoreboard is.
Now, from what I saw in that replay, Rufus, I don't know if it's true or if I'm just seeing things, but maybe last year Metu would have blocked that. It looked like Metu kind of backed off on swatting that, avoiding the goaltending call.
Well, I think it was both the goaltending and what I've noticed him do in that same vein is avoid the cheap foul. Okay?
Chemezi inbounds it to Beckles, and he's fouled immediately by Anderson.
And so now it becomes the Beckles free throw show as Orlando is going to go back to the line, and got to give Ernest Anderson a little bit of credit. He's giving him a certain measure of respect, and yeah, I know.
Trying to extend it to a 3-possession game.
And what Orlando is showing is that he's showing a logical point. If I can make it from 19-9 with a jumper, stands the reason I should be able to make it from 15 feet. Now they don't have to play any defense. That'll be the ball game.
Lawndale Cardinals win their first game ever against the Leuzinger Olympians by 6, 51-45. And the Cardinals improve to 8-7. The Olympians fall to 5-10. But it wasn't an easy game, was it?
It was not easy at all. You know, Lawndale ultimately acquitted themselves in this contest, Lou. It wasn't one of their sterling performances, but then again, it was a game that was emotion-packed from beginning to end. Not quite sure their players ever settled in on the emotional issue, but their players did do enough to win the game. Leuzinger made a good showing. Coach Pervaz, I know him well. He doesn't like moral victories, and he doesn't want to hear me talk about a moral victory. But I do have to say that his team came in here and played this highly ranked Lawndale Cardinal team very well.
At least Ali is smiling. Chris Brownlee is not.
Right.
But what a performance put on by Orlando Beckles. And we expect as much from Chemezi Metu.
I saw a little shot, and there he is over there. I'm looking right at him, Travion Anderson. Star of yesterday, unfortunately, he couldn't put on a uniform for this for this Leuzinger Olympian team, as I'm sure he would love to have done so.
That's right. And for Devon Abner, he ended up with 21 points, Rufus, and a terrific game by the new leader of this Olympian team, doing that number 0 proud.
Right.
Now let's go to center court, and Sebastian Spencer has a special guest.
Thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with Coach Parvaz. Coach, what do you think went wrong in that fourth quarter?
It was more the third quarter. We turned the ball over a lot of times. You know, they went into a press, and we tried a different press break for today's game, and we didn't execute it. And, you know, we left Isaac hanging in the corner a couple times, and we didn't get guys to the middle like we were supposed to. So that press and just turning the ball over too many times, and we kind of got down on ourselves. You know, we got down on ourselves when things didn't go our way, and we didn't box out. And, you know, a kid like Orlando Beckles that comes out and hits all those threes and those free throws at the end for Lawndale, you know, as a kid we've known he's a 4-year varsity player, and his experience really showed tonight. And we got guys that really haven't played varsity ball, and, you know, that was the difference. He's experienced, poised, he made those shots under pressure, but I'm proud of my boys, man. They fought. They fought the whole game, and you know, when Devontae picked up his 4th foul, we were in trouble. We couldn't rebound the ball as well. Our defense got a little bit slower. You know, for 2.5 quarters, he was the best big man in this gym. You know, and there's nothing against those guys. There's 2 D1 prospects, and they're great players. Right. But for 2.5 quarters, Devontae was the best big man in this gym. And he picked up that 4th foul, and we had to go to the bench, and we kind of struggled a little bit.
As well as Devon Abner played, do you think that he could have been a little bit more aggressive?
I think at times, he could have been a little bit more aggressive getting the ball. I thought when he had the ball, you know, he's good, but, you know, he had that 3-pointer right there at the end, would have cut it to 1, and it was a great look. We like that look, and he's got to make that shot. But, you know, I think he played hard. He went to the basket a lot, and, you know, he went right at the bigs, and, you know, I thought he could have got a couple more foul calls, and he didn't get them. I thought a couple of those points could have been and ones, but, you know, hats off to Lawndale. They played a great game. You know, hats off to Orlando, man. He played his tail off, and you know, he beat us. You know, we said we're going to shut down the bigs and make their guards play, and Orlando made us pay for it, you know.
Definitely. A lot of the games that you guys had ending like this, close games where you were up, losing by 4 or 5 points. What do you tell these guys going forward to get them ready for the next game, and so this won't continue happening, especially when you guys get into league play?
All we can do is keep playing, man. All we can do is keep playing. You know, part of that was my mistake. I tried putting in a new press break for this game. I knew they had some bigs up front in the press. We wanted to try to break it down the middle, and the guys were a little confused getting to that middle, and maybe I need to stop thinking so much and just get back to basics and let these guys figure it out. You know, what we have works. Our system is a good system. You know, our plays are good plays. I think they just need to get more experience in it, and maybe I overthought that a little bit.
Coach, good luck to you. Great game.
Thank you very much.
No problem. There you go, guys. Coach Parvaz, send it back to you. We'll get a couple more interviews down here.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian. And Parvaz, pretty upbeat after that. I would be.
Pretty upbeat. I'm not sure I agree with his assessment completely, but, you know, he sees the silver lining to the cloud, and that's what he has to do. But he does mention a very good point in terms of his big man picking up the 4 fouls. That changes their fortune. But Lawndale also righted their own ship and got settled in, and he's right. The one thing he did say that I think everybody in the gym would agree with tonight, and that was that Orlando Beckles really was the star of this game I mean, he was the best player on the floor tonight, particularly for the Lawndale Cardinals.
That's right. And so are we already giving up our POG?
We'll do it after the break, but what we're talking about is what an obvious choice this one is. But I've got a surprise for you for the tip of the hat.
Okay. Well, we'll be waiting for that. And why don't we take a timeout, and we'll all catch our breaths after this one on City TV.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't, because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
51-45 our final score here at the Cardinal Nest, and the first win for Lawndale over Leuzinger. Let's go to the winning coach out at center court.
Thank you, guys. Coach, the victory, first of all, congratulations. A little closer than probably would have liked there at the end, but you got your goal. You said you wanted to leave today above 500, and you did that. How do you think you guys played tonight?
I think they played very tough-minded. In the city of Lawndale, Lawndale's never beaten Leuzinger, partly because they never played when they reopened. So we knew that it was going to be really tough to get over the hump, both mentally and physically. We did a good job in the stretch there in the third quarter, and it was just difficult to hold on.
Coach, again, now also with a victory, there are things you guys are going to improve on. What are you guys going to work on at practice this week, looking into next week?
Just improving our turnovers, our guard play, getting in. We have good guards, just getting into the right spots and then keeping our heads and being more skillful with the ball. We have Rolling Hills coming up Saturday, and then we have the league starting, which is always tough for us.
Coach, thanks a lot for your time. Again, congratulations. Thank you, and we'll see you again on CityTV. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Egidio and Coach Brownlee. And, well, kind of what you'd figure. They want to work on the guard play, and that's really where it all starts. That's where you got to get it into the big guys.
That's where it starts. And, as I said, the key thing that he mentioned, which we made note of, was the turnovers. And
right.
Boy, they had a bunch of them, and that's something that they've got to clean up.
Let's go over the scoring before Rufus picks out the player of the game, and I know it's going to be a tough one, both player of the game and the tip of the hat. And we got a surprise, or at least Rufus has a surprise. What is it? T-O-H,
the tip of the hat.
T-O-H. My acronyms mixed up there from the New Year party.
P-O-G and the T-O-H.
That's right. Well, for the Olympians, Devon Abner had 21 points, 2 points for Ernest Anderson, 5 for Tyrone Edwards, and Isaac Stell with 10 points, 7 points for Devontae Carr. For the victorious Lawndale Cardinals, 1 point only for Broderick Jones, and Devontae Patterson had 11 points for Shemezi Matu, and 9 rebounds unofficially by my account. And Brandon Newman with 5 points and a big three-pointer there in the third quarter. 4 points for Tedrick Johnson. 23 points for Rolando Beckles, also had 3 rebounds unofficially. 2 points for DeAndre Snedeker and 3 points for Chris White. So balanced scoring for the Cardinals, even though you expect double figures from a guy like Shemezi, but it looks like Rolando Beckles has blossomed into their outside threat.
Oh, absolutely. And, of course, we saw that last year. I mean, this, nothing that Orlando does is a surprise on the floor. Although tonight, I mean, the way he played and the way he carried the team is surprising from the concept that you've got the Twin Towers and certainly Chemezi, who gets all the pub. But it was Orlando, an experienced veteran player in this program, who carried the team tonight.
All right, now it's time for the player of the game. And to me, it's a pretty easy choice.
Well, it is, and we just said it. Hey, what can you say? Number 21, Orlando Beckles, easily have one of the great games we've ever seen him play here on CityTV.
That's right. He had 5 3-pointers tonight. So a good time had by him tonight. Now, the tip of the hat.
Tip of the hat. You know what? I said it was a surprise, and there is a surprise in store. First one, though.
First
tip of the hat, as we grab it here, we grab the hat, is going to go on the
Now, which hat is that?
This is a Bailey pork pie. This is one we've seen a couple of times.
Well,
I'm going to add a little something
for our
new to it.
first-time viewers.
Not by Friday, but week after next, fans. Guarantee you're going to see something you haven't seen before. Now, having said that, all right, first tip of the hat award. Notice there's your first clue. I said first. First tip of the hat award. Let's stay on the Lawndale side and go with Tedrick Johnson. I thought the young man did a great job. He's played his way into being on the floor when it counts at money time, and that's the end of a tight game. That's what shows a coach has confidence in you. So, and I know the truck is asking, I'm throwing him a little curve. This one will be easier, but we do want to show Leuzinger some love.
That's
all
right.
And for my
there
money,
are guys too.
on their side of the ledger, Isaac Stale, who was a transfer guard. He also played well. That's Isaac Stale, S-T-E-double-L. And Double L played great tonight, I thought, Lou, in terms of running the show for Leuzinger. So that's what I'm going to do on the Lawndale side. On the Lawndale side, you got Tedrick Johnson and Isaac Stale on the Leuzinger side.
That's right.
Hey, let's go over to Sebastian. He's got a hit for us.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with the Leuzinger Olympian captain, Devon Abner. Devon, how you feeling about this game tonight?
Tough loss. You know, we played hard. Nothing we can do about it. We fought, just slipped in the third quarter, and that's what hurt us.
What do you think went wrong for you guys in that third quarter when Lawndale took that 10-point lead?
For a few possessions, we stopped boxing out, and they got up. They got a few tip jams. We got the momentum, scored some baskets, and we tried to bounce back. It was just too late.
And, you know, you guys coming in here never losing with the history of never losing to Lawndale, how do you think your guys played tonight, the bigs that you guys have? Because you guys were undersized compared to some of the guys that they have. How do you think that they played?
Well, I think we did a good job. We just could have boxed out a little better towards the end. I think we held Buddha to like under 6 points or something like that. You know, that's good. We just needed to rebound. We would have won a game.
So I guess you're gonna take this game and take it moving forward. But what would you like? What do you think you could have done different tonight that would have equaled this to a victory?
Me, myself, or a team?
You yourself.
Oh, I think I could have attacked the basket a little harder, a little more towards the beginning of the game to create some momentum. I didn't notice that till my coach told me at halftime. But other than that, I think I played a pretty solid game, and I got frustrated in the third quarter, which, you know, let my team down, but, you know.
Yeah, I know your coach. Coach Parvaz always talks about how good of a player you are and how much you mean to this team, but he sometimes said you're a little bit unselfish. Do you think that sometimes you're a little bit too passive and wish you could have some possessions back where you could take the ball in your own hands and make plays?
Yeah, some possessions. Not often, but some possessions I give up the ball when I shouldn't. Yeah.
There you go. Good luck to you next game, man. All right, no problem. There you go, guys. Very somber Devon Abner after this loss. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian Spencer and Devon Abner. Hopefully happier days are ahead for him as Leuzinger goes on to play host Hawthorne on Friday night, and we'll take our gypsy camp and go over there.
Absolutely. We'll get a chance to see, so that's going to be special. And, boy, I think we're getting ready to see a history-making moment here on City TV with this otherwise cracked sideline crew with what they've got set up over there. Yeah. I mean, these guys never cease to amaze me.
No, they are. That's simply amazing. In 2014, we can expect much more of their shenanigans. Right. Are they going to? Are they done? Or are we done? And I guess we're done. Hey, tell you what, why don't we wrap it up and get out of here before they start waving their hands? All right. For Rufus Washington and for the Three Stooges. No, that's Sebastian Spencer, Egidio DeLeu, and the male model, Rashawn Haylock.
Actually, three of the best in the business.
They are. We kid because we love. That's right. And also the City TV 31 crew. For Rufus Washington, I'm Lou Stowers telling you once again the final score from the Cardinals' nest on the campus of Lawndale High School. The Lawndale Cardinals finally defeat the Leuzinger Olympians, and this one counts, 51-45. Until next time, so long.